Well, not a lot, but I released a new song not too long ago. And that's what the interviews were about. Also about my, I won some award for, film award, for some documentary I produced about 4 years ago. It's called More Than a Mother by a foundation called Merck Foundation in collaboration with First Ladies of Africa. So they wanted a documentary produced by African females that speaks to gender-based violence, stigma, and yeah, those kinds of things. And I'm very interested in those kinds of things. The documentary that I did was about myself and my experience. So I like to tell stories like that because I feel like I understand.
Fede, Shabuze, how's it? How you doing, travelers? What's good with y'all? Never at any point in my life did I imagine that I'd be having this interview. You know, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the beautiful, the talented, the gorgeous, multi-award winning, hold up, I listed them. Multi-award winning singer, songwriter, performer, social activist, public speaker, entrepreneur, radio producer and presenter, MC, and might I add, writer and director, Licky. My lady, how are you today?
I'm fine. You got that from my email, you know?
Yeah.
I recently just put that.
It's like,
I'm like, you know what? Anything is possible.
Yeah.
I can do anything. I haven't done most of those things yet, but they can happen.
Yeah. How are you doing? How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. It's fun to be out the house and chilling with other kids.
Yeah.
So I'm doing good.
You have a beautiful name, even though I don't know how to pronounce it or what it means. Emulo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emulo means skeleton. It's Kalanga. I'm Kalanga. I come from a place called Mswazi. Every time you say Mswazi, everybody says Swaziland, but no, it's like there's like a turn on your right. Swazi 9 kilometers.
Yeah.
You turn there, and 9 kilometers later, you're in my home village. So I'm Kalanga, despite the skin color and the stereotype. So yeah, that's
Emulo.
That's what Emulo means.
And Licky? Where does that one come from?
I have no idea, and I don't even want to ask because wow.
Wait, that is.
But it's like it's a name that I am called Kolate. My mom calls me. Everybody calls me Licky Kolate.
Yeah.
Licky Way. Yeah. So when I started singing, I had a bit of difficulty choosing between my real name, my passport name, which is Emulo, or Licky. I felt like Emulo was like too hard for people to say because since primary school, people pronounce it wrong. It's either Emulo, or all kinds of things. So I just thought Licky would be easier, but obviously that comes with the questions. How did you get the name? It has nothing to do with me licking anything or anybody. Yeah.
Okay. Before we dive in deeper, I'd like to do something kind of personal, something for you.
Okay.
You know, I'd like to dedicate this interview to your late dad.
Yeah.
You know, to whom you dedicated your song "Runaway." You know? Yeah. So I say to your dad, may his soul rest in eternal peace. Yeah. Okay. With all that you do, why do you think that singing had to come to the forefront to catapult you to where you are now?
I always say that music for me is just the platform for me to do greater things. So that when I do all those other things, when I'm a social activist, when I'm speaking, that's that girl who sings, and then it might make you pay more attention to what I'm saying, or because just because of the reach that being an artist gives you. I can be on radio, like for example, I released a new song and I could talk about my social activism on that platform. Other people have to pay to advertise, sort of. And because I'm an artist, we have that unique opportunity to market whatever we have to do. So it's a, at the end of the day, at some point, it's a really good marketing strategy for all the other things that I like to do. And also because it really saved my life. Music is... I'm music. I didn't need anything else to make the music. Like I could sing without anything else, as compared to the other things that I'm interested in doing. If I want to be an entrepreneur or whatever, I need a camera or stuff, you know. So singing was that thing that when I did in my own space, I escaped to a place where nothing else existed, and literally it saved my life from... Wait, are you allowed to curse on your show? Okay, I won't. I'll try not to, but I was about to. I escaped from all the stuff that I'd been through as a kid. It helped me. I had my own little world when I was singing. I always tell people that I used to watch movies or whatever, and I'd hear a word and I'd have a song in my head, or I'd freestyle about that one word, and I'd be watching with my little brother and he would beat me up because he's like, what, Twitty? Can you stop singing? I'm trying to watch, you know. And I just wouldn't stop until my note was done. I didn't care. It was like, I need to sing, and that's what I did. And then fortunately there was a studio by my house one time, not too long ago, in like 2013. I went there was a beat playing. I was like, let me try to write this, and I did that, and then I recorded it, and then I thought, okay, this is not bad. I made 4 songs in the same day, and it that was that.
Wow. How far ago does singing go for you? Like,
as far as I can, like, I used to think I started singing in 2013, like I was saying, but I keep having memories of stuff happening to me that, like, for example, in primary school when we'd have these prize giving, and they'd give us these songs to sing in a group. Master, choose another song. Those things. I vividly remember my teachers throughout my school and would always put me in front. Not because I'm short or anything. I'm not exactly like the shortest girl. But because I guess they heard a voice that I didn't know existed. My friends always tell me sometimes, you do this. And I'm like, what? I didn't care for it at all. It was this thing that I do because I didn't even understand what it was, like an escape. It was just like, this is nice. Yeah. That's cool. You came into the R&B scene at the right time, in my opinion, and you mashed things up. You arguably shook things up, right? Kinda you have no bad song, you know that, right? Like, yeah.
From the first song that you broke into the industry with, featuring Aura, Free Love, right? There was Shit. There was Real Bad featuring Drama. There was Push You Away with Bouncy. There was 18 Again, and these are just the ones that I remember right now. Obviously there were more.
That's impressive.
Yeah, there were more. So this is just a side note. I had the biggest crush on you. My goodness.
Heaven.
Yeah. I had the biggest crush on you. Yo, but you have no bad songs. You know that. Like,
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I took my time before releasing music. I have bad songs in the studio, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I spent about 2 years in the studio just making music and being around the Oracles and the Press Beats and the Scars, the whole industry, honestly. they would come to my studio and I'd listen to how they make music, how they even interact with each other.
Yeah.
And I'd just be there listening, even to sound. Like my producer Bangu would be in the studio mixing, and I'd be lying down on the floor for hours just listening to what he's tweaking and what he's adding. Or so I'm a little bit of a producer because I'm very, very invested in sound. I'm very particular about sound. So at some point, I don't think it's possible to make a bad song because you know that this sucks and I'm not going to put this out, you know? Yeah, I think it's just that thing. I do have bad songs.
Okay. Was there any point in your singing career where you felt like you had to take a hiatus?
A lot of points actually. I do that anytime I want to because I don't think I'm gonna get rich singing. I don't think I'm not invested to a point where it's like, oh, this is my life and it is my life, as in the sense that I'll never stop doing it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what am I gonna do if I stop singing? But in the sense that it's not the way that I see myself making it out the hood, you know? So anytime I want to change my sound, anytime I want to take 2 years out of the industry, I do that. Before I dropped the song that I did a few weeks ago, which also I didn't do any promotions or any of those things. It was just like a day when I was like, okay, now let me just release this song. And I did that. It was after close to 2 years. So yeah, you have to for me it's a personal thing. Anytime I feel like not right now, or let me try this sound or whatever the case, if I need to divert in whatever way, I will do that.
Okay. And then in terms of you taking the decision to do that, do you not have this small fear in the back of your mind that maybe you're gonna come back and strange to your fans type thing, you know?
Nah, dog.
Yeah.
I don't have. Okay, sure. It always turns out I do have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
But they're just not for example, social media is just not a real world. I have 22,000 followers on my Facebook page, Hella, and it's I love it like that, honestly. There's I can name maybe about 15 of my fans, top of my head, because it's a personal relationship for me. If I see 2 of them at a show that I'm performing at, it's you know?
Yeah.
For me, it's the quality, not the quantity. Same thing with my music. I believe that if you're my fan, or not even just a fan, man, if you love my music, and also because I believe my music is very unique. There's only one me, and nobody else can do Free Love how I did Free Love. So it's no pressure for me. They're always asking me, where's the music? And to a point, I feel like they understand me. They know what I so post and we're really cool. I think we have a really cool relationship. So yeah, I keep in touch with some of them. Most of them, okay, not most, but maybe there's 15 of them that I have on my WhatsApp that, they know what I'm doing at home. They know what my daughter's doing. They're very close, and I talk to them often. So that's it for me.
Lovely. One thing that you've also been vocal about on your socials is how music and yoga specifically have helped you in dealing with the trauma that you unfortunately had to go through. You know what I mean? In what way have those avenues assisted you specifically? Because music, a lot of us, music is healing for the collective, right? Yeah, but it's to you, there's specific ways in which it does that healing. Yeah. So if you don't mind sharing a bit how.
Of course not.
Yeah.
So actually, the backstory with that yoga is that I always have a lot of females with me on stage.
Yeah.
I always fight with promoters for because it comes from an understanding that this was my escape, and it's definitely the escape, because also we have like a sisterhood where we talk and we visit each other, sleep at each other's houses, have little parties together. They're like my kids, you know.
Yeah.
So we have that, and there's like, out of all of them, each of them have their own thing going on where they heal in their own way, or they're interested in art, or they dance, or they help other kids out there. They're really like what happened with us was really like God, because as we were growing, it turned out they had their own interests, but those interests would later link with my interests in helping me heal. I thought I was helping them, but it turns out not, nigga. Yeah, they helped me a lot. Like one of my dancers who's been with me since 2014 when we were rehearsing for Free Love. She's my best friend now, so it's been years since we've known each other. She does her own thing, and then there's another one who does yoga. Her name is NG Emba. She's actually an Olympic award-winning medal yoga whatnot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so she started off as my dancer, and then later on she did her thing, and then they would always help me. Like I'd always need them when I perform, like, guys, I need this, I need that. They would literally go buy stuff for me, because I don't like, you know. So they really helped me when I was panicking. They'd be like, no, breathe, you know. They'd always help me, and then it went on to a yoga thing. We did yoga, and then I realized, oh, okay, this thing helps me be conscious of my body and what's happening in my body, my heartbeat, my pain, everything basically. I feel in touch with my mind and body, which is my next single, by the way. You got the scoop.
Hey.
My next song is called Body and Mind. I've been hashtagging that. I've been hashtagging Art Heals Body and Mind. Art Heals is an event that we host where we take in kids from like 6 years old, teach them how to dance. We have a showcase every September that we host where it's like that basically what it says, Art Heals. We bring kids from all kinds of places, have them on one stage showcasing their thing, sell tickets and whatnot. We're gonna do a showcase like everywhere. It's the fourth one in September, and also have like a viewing at the cinema. So yeah, we're really about helping others because we've been through our own things. So Body and Mind is my next song. It's also just about all of that. Yeah.
I think we need to stop.
You're making me talk a lot.
I think we need to stop sleeping on yoga, because I'm also doing some yoga, and it's helping me ground myself.
Real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. It's good for grounding, most definitely.
It beats medication. Like at the event we had, there was a certain lady who I think she said she's 64 or something like that. I hope I don't make her too old, but she has multiple diseases. She has an artificial nose. She has holes in her brain. She has all kinds of diseases, and she testifies that since she started doing yoga with NG, she's much better. She can do so many things she wasn't able to do before, and she's been through doctors and stuff. So I really try to practice it every morning. Yeah.
And then, what is the age limit on the dancing thing? Because I wanna get back into dancing so much.
No, actually, I think there's some guys your age. Yeah. No, we'll keep in touch and we can see how to get you.
Yeah.
No, but you have to be the camera guy. What? You want to be in the scene now.
Dude, like, I used to dance when I was younger, and I would look at visuals on the screen, and then reenact the visuals. You know, when we went for the holiday, you know, be the guy who does the thing, and be like, this guy, you know, type thing. So I really love dancing. I wish I could go back into dancing again.
Yeah, no, I can see.
Yeah.
See it in your eyes. Okay, no, we'll keep in touch and see how we can. Yeah, I can hook you up with a couple of people that dance. Are you like really good?
Ah. No, yo. No way. You know that, like in everything, there are those people, even in all disciplines, like there are those people who are raw, like, you know, there's raw talent, so to speak, and then there are those that are refined. I wouldn't say I'm refined at it, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I can.
You know you got this.
Hey, I can move
Just
a bit.
like I know I can make movies and I can dance too if I put my mind to it. Plus they say if you have one talent, you just gotta care about the others enough to be able to do them perfectly. Yeah.
Now let's shift a bit, right? Let's talk about your writing and directing. You mentioned on your page that you didn't study any of it. So how the heck do you even find yourself immersed in that kind of world? Yeah.
Right. Like we were talking before you started filming. Hatta reading Taurus, as Taurus people, I don't know what it's called, were very stubborn, especially at the things that we. But it's like, you know, deep down, just like you were saying about your dancing, you know you can do this, right? And it comes from looking at stuff, at visuals, and feeling like, if only you could have tilted the light this way, or that girl wasn't focused in the shoot, she needs to focus, or, you know, little things. I'm always very critical about little things. So that's how it started. Even music, I feel like I'm about to start producing my own beats because I'm like, that's basically how it started. That's also how I started singing, actually. I was listening to the radio and they were playing D-Nice, I remember that song. I thought, after I'd finished, I started singing the chorus. I'm like, I can do this. But here I am sitting at home and not playing on the radio. So you know what? She's better than me because I'm doing nothing about it. So I'm going to do something about it. So I did that. It comes from that. I saw stuff that I felt like could have been better. So at some point, I wanted to tell my story. And what a more perfect opportunity to tell it how I wanted to tell it. So that's what happened. Next thing I know, I won the award. And then, before I actually won the award, we started shooting another documentary for some organizations, most of the NGOs that exist in Botswana. We shot some documentary for them. We spent about 3 weeks shooting it. And shortly after that, while we were editing, I got the call that I'd won this thing, and I'm like, this is my stuff. It was just God showing me, nah, you got this. And let me tell you this, I have no equipment, no. So that's why when you bring out your situation, I'm laughing, but I'm just like, this guy's gonna make it, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have or don't have. You just make it work. So I have no equipment, but I know people. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to not take jobs just because I know Bob photography, I know Pics, I know Unruly, I know this and this and that. I could ask these people to come together and I could just literally be behind the scene, no, Rihanna. And editing, I do it myself. One time after I shot something, I gave my camera guy a chance to edit, and I was just not impressed. Guy gets up and sat down on my laptop, took out a paper and pen, started writing down, clip this, that, from 20 seconds to 20 seconds, and then this, that, wrote down the whole damn thing, how I wanted laid out. So that's how I edit myself, and then I give it to them to just piece everything together. and then I come back and say, how about the effecting? Which is literally how I do everything. I don't know nothing, but I know that this is possible and that is possible. So I just come and say shit like that people don't understand. Like, huh? I'm like, oh, moving home. Yeah, that's just how I operate. So that's yeah, just do whatever, wherever you are. Just make it work.
Right. Congrats, by the way, on winning the competition from India.
Yeah.
What does that accolade mean for you?
Like I just said, it came at a time where I felt like, should I even be doing this? I have no equipment, I have no qualifications, I have absolutely nothing that I can say to somebody, no, I feel like I'm this because in my head, I see it, dog, it's like beautiful. I can't do that. But it came at a time where I was in self-doubt, sort of, and I needed that. Okay, you got this, and that's what it was for me. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep directing and producing. Take it till you make it.
And dude, I'm just like, I'm in awe, cause imagine India, right, all the way over there, and you're in bots, right?
Yeah.
You know, all the way over here. Do we not have such competitions in B-Dub?
I mean, I don't know. I honestly wouldn't say that I know because I wasn't looking for anything. That one caught my attention because it's something that I'm invested in.
Okay.
It's about issues that I actually care about. I don't know if I'm gonna shoot something that is just that one. I feel like my strongest point with filmmaking is the storytelling that I'm able to do because I've been through the situation. And even as we were documenting, we were shooting the other documentary a few weeks ago. The way that we were able to relate to the people that we were interviewing, like victims and like directors of organizations that deal with adolescent girls and young women, we were able to ask the right questions and be able to be sensitive, you know, and just be able to share my story in the midst of everything. Like, yeah, nah, I've been through that, so you know, feel free. I was able to get, I think, a lot more than what the average person would have been able to get out of that type of people, out of one of us. So I think that's my strong point.
Okay. Lady, what are you currently working on? I know you hinted at an album, yeah?
Yes.
And the song that you're doing, Mind and Body?
Body and Mind.
Body and Mind, yeah. What have you got coming up?
Well, Body and Mind is it's not just a song, it's a whole project on its own. I can't imagine because next thing I know, we video is that thing one I had like a But Body and Mind is a huge project on its own. It's more than just a song, like we said. It's like linked to the yoga that I'm doing. It's linked to the annual showcase that we're doing called Art Healers. It's a thing. It's a whole thing. But besides that, I'm recording my album. I'm 10 tracks in. I've been doing a lot of collaboration. Just before I came here, I was actually at the studio. I was finishing a verse that I did for some new R&B guy. It's gonna come out maybe next week. So I was finishing off my verse. I've been doing a lot of collaborations, which I don't do, especially with singers or anybody who's not a rapper. I love rappers, especially like the legends, if you may say. Okay. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm working on my album, doing my film stuff. I have an artist called KP.
Shout out KP.
You know KP?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
From the first song, Mama Nkokuri.
She'd be so happy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I always try to help young women if you need a studio, not just young or you're serious about your rapping, come through.
Hey.
I'll talk to my producer. You know, he'll make you a beat, he'll find out what you're about, and actually help you take your stuff to where it needs to go. Because I don't believe in hogging stuff or feeling like it doesn't take anything away from you to help another person, and mostly females, because we're taken advantage of so much in the industry. I always try to provide opportunities where I can. So that's what I'm working on. Just the usual.
Lovely. Awesome. Where do we connect with you?
Social media, LICKY on Facebook, Licky_BW on Twitter and on Instagram. I don't have TikTok because that thing is exhausting. It looks like a lot of work, but I'm getting to it. Because apparently I need to put myself out there. So I'm going to try. Guys. Yo! It's not easy because I like to keep things to myself. If I'm not promoting my music, I'm not going to be out here like, you know, that is just not, it's not my personality. I'd rather do an interview like this where it's organized and we know what we're doing, you know? It's the control freak in me. I like to know, okay, this time, this is happening. I'm going to get questions and we're going to do proper things, not just be out here like vibes, you know? But I'm trying.
I feel you, dog.
See you more. Hopefully.
I feel you like Insta hair like, on its own. It gives you, it overwhelms me so much that I can go weeks without going on Insta.
Me too.
As of late, I've been going on Insta. Like I have 2 pages, right? The one for my artistry, spoken word and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the one for these 267 I'm bound to have. Yeah, so
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Are you more active on your page than on your personal Insta?
on 267, I'm more active on this one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because wow, it's huge.
That's me.
Yeah.
If it's not like personal, I go hard.
Yeah.
But how can I it's like, why are you even following me? Get off my back. That is just Twitter. So that's just it. I can feel like it would Twitter again, but it's got to stop. Yeah.
I think maybe there's just a young self-doubt self-doubt that what you're putting out there is like, is it up to par, is it dope, will it be received well type thing, maybe?
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just don't give a damn. I don't care how many retweets I get.
Yeah.
I don't care how many people like my post. Even I'll be more concerned who likes my post most. Yeah, like one of my really amazing fans, if I saw like in a while, then I'll be like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
But I just don't. I'm not chasing. I don't think I'll be Chamagra or Amanta Brown or I'm just like the Janae Aiko actually, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll be rolling with everybody I need to roll with, but you won't see me. What is this chick doing? What does she do? But that's just me. I don't think I'm pushing to be like the most well-known artist that freaks me the fuck out. I like my own 5 people and I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. Alright. Any last words before we bounce? Get out.
How about one sort of last words? What was I Well, it was nice talking to you.
Same.
Yeah. I feel like I'd like to get to know you more. You seem interesting. You seem hidden.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
And thank you, I guess,
you're
for
very
taking
welcome.
me out the house. And don't stop doing what you're doing. I'm very impressed by everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I have no inspirational words whatsoever.
Yeah, I think you said enough. I think you said a whole lot.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of gems in what you say, what you've been saying. Yeah. So, yes, that's cool, Licky. There's so much more that we can probably still talk about. But we can save that for part 2 sometime in the near future. Hopefully.
There's nothing more you can get out of it.
But I need to get you for another.
For my album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Keep doing your best. Yeah, keep doing you best, especially. Big up to you and you for tuning in. See y'all on the next one. Peace.